receivers. 16 was pretty good. We knew we was gonna have to kill him if we were gonna be able to win the game and things like that. So it took a lot of preparation and things like that. There's definitely a lot more going on in the back end that y'all probably saw just because of the front end doing their job. But you know, it's a bunch of moving pieces back there, and everything got to be perfect for us to be able to execute.
Chris, I'm not sure how much you've dived into Auburn film yet, but what have you seen from D-Rob this year that may be different than what he was in the past?
D-Rob, you know, I mean, he's always been a great player, a great receiver, been a guy that could take the short ball and take it a far away, catch deep balls and things like that. Very good receiver, very mobile, and that's something we're gonna have to key on during this week. We know he's a great receiver just based off him being on our team and things like that. So we know him pretty well, and we know we're gonna have to key on him if we're gonna be able to win this game.
How hard is it to cover back there when you have a guy that can scramble like Nick does in terms of, you think the play might be over and it's not?
Yeah, Nick makes a bunch of amazing plays back there. He just got that it factor about him. He's able to get away from all the D linemen and make plays down the field. You know, it's pretty hard, you know, but I figure that emphasis for us this week is going to be able to plaster down the field. You know, when that quarterback gets to run it, we can't focus on him. We got to focus on those receivers. Because, you know, while he's scrambling, he's looking downfield, looking for receivers to throw the ball to. And we got to be there to cover him, because if we come off, he'll make you pay. So,
can you contrast this Auburn game for you versus where you were a year ago going into this game? How much were you playing? What units were you on? And just how hard you could keep coming?
This is pretty kind of the same kind of week for me because, like I said, last year going into Auburn, there was an injury into our secondary, and I was pretty much getting first team reps that whole week and things like that. So I was very, very well prepared. You know, a lot more special teams than I am now, but I am still on special teams now, and I'm still honing in on that aspect of my game and things like that. But you know, like I said, I got a lot more experience coming to this game and a lot more confidence just having many more games under my belt than I did during last year this time, and I hope it can help me out.
Maybe no extra motivation is needed for a rivalry game, but for an offense preparing to play you guys right now, when you're doing back-to-back shutouts, do you think that there's extra motivation to try to put a thing in your armor to show that you guys can be?
Well, yeah, you know, every team we play, we figure that we're gonna get their best, and they're gonna get our best day in and day out. So you know, it's extra motivation for them, extra motivation for us, because you know, every game during the season is a playoff game, and we both want to win this game very badly. And we know that's a rivalry that's important to our fan base and us and our coaches, and we want to go out there and get a W.
Chris, what about the way you guys, as far as the discipline goes, as far as the way you guys are playing defensively, kind of gives you confidence that you can be successful in defending Bo Nix?
Yeah, well, you know, we're gonna get into that, and we're gonna prepare our game plan for the week on you know, Bo Nix and their Auburn offense. You know, they got a lot of great players, as we know from playing them last year, and not any different from any other team we're gonna play this year. So you know, we're gonna get go in today, hone in on the game plan, get it started, and continue to build throughout the week. You know, I know our coaches are gonna put us in a good position. All the players are locked in and ready to go. Like I said, we're gonna go to the doctor today on last week, fix everything that we messed up on last week, and you know, we're gonna get prepared for this.
Did you watch the game there at Auburn?
Oh yeah, I caught a good amount of it, and that's what I'm saying. I've seen a lot of those great plays that Bo Nix made, and you know, that's the thing that probably we're gonna get into today.
Question for you, coach baseball, different sport, but when we're playing a team we're beating, we almost kind of go, hey, what do you need to work on to get better? Don't just be happy with winning, not get better. You guys go do that. You got a sizable lead. What do you work on the rest of the game to get better for?
That's pretty much our whole memo. That's like all we go through. I mean, even during the game, you know, our coaches, we didn't have any turnovers this game. So all the way up to the very end, we kept talking to the defensive players. Coaches put it in our hand that, hey, we need to get a turnover today. We're trying our best to be elite at every game. And, you know, we weren't able to do that. And, you know, that's just how the game went. But you know, we always focus on improvement. You know, that's just like our whole mantra. You know, and that's how we're able to do the things that we do.
Chris, it was Auburn last year that Richard got tossed for ejected for targeting, right?
Yeah.
How much do you think that experience plus, you know, what you gained late in the season with him out, has kind of helped you jumpstart into this year?
Yeah, I mean, it was very, very important, you know, and I never realized the importance of getting experience in games till I was actually into one, and you know, growing throughout those 5 games that I got last year really, really helped me for this season. I appreciate it for it.
Chris, the defense obviously gets a lot of love, and obviously. So, but offensively this weekend, the offensive line able to get a lot of push and run the ball well. Can you kind of see that they were kind of increasing some of that bully ball mentality, that swagger that y'all have defensively?
Yeah. Like I said, I see that every day. So that's definitely what's expected of them, and they went out and executed like they should.
Chris, what's Dan Jackson like in the new year? Like, what's he like playing with him?
Dan is like one of the most humble guys I ever met, and he goes out there and he works hard every day. He doesn't take a day off, and that's something that I really respect about Dan. He hones in on his craft on and off the field. He's a very great guy, amazing person. And we became great friends very quick. He's gelled very well with us.
How much more prepared would you say you were, I guess going back to that whole contrast of a year ago, right? Physically now versus then, and also just from an experience standpoint now versus then?
Yeah, like I said, I think the most important thing was my experience. Of course, you're going to get better physically every year, but that experience was the most important thing for me. I didn't really have that last year in the Auburn game, so that's really going to come in clutch for me this year. My communication skills are a lot better this year, and that's going to help us out a lot.
I guess physically, I don't want to get back. I think you answered in the spring, but how much weight did you put on? You just look a lot bigger in the upper body.
Yeah. I put on about 10 pounds. I'm fluctuating around there right now. And, our strength staff does a good job of keeping that weight on us and keeping us strong during the season. So it helps us stay physical in games and be able to make plays on the defensive end of the ball.
Chris, how's kind of playing with Payne Walker? I'll comment off that Dan Jackson comment.
Yeah. Well, Payne is, he's also one of those very humble guys. He gives me a lot of trouble on punt return in practice. I'm trying to hone in on the dog position and things like that. And Payne's give me a great look. So during the game, I'm well prepared.
Chris, just following up on Dan Jackson, I think Kirby said he went from 12th to 6th on the depth chart this offseason, just all the best left.
Yeah.
How would you see him, I guess, seize that opportunity, for lack of a better word, kind of work his way into the rotation?
Yeah, like I said, man, Dan's a very humble guy. He's a very, very hard worker. And everything that he's done to be able to put himself in this position, I'm very, very proud of him. He's only going to continue to go up. Dan's a great player, and he's going to be a great player for this university for a long time.
What is your favorite, Dan Jackson story from practice, would you say?
I need to think of one. I mean, there's plenty of stories, but just all the great plays that he makes in practice that you guys don't see. Obviously y'all were able to see him get a block punt in the game today, but I seen Dan, and I'm right behind him on punt block return. I seen him do that 50 times throughout the week. Work that thing, and it's great to see him his work pay off. And it's going to continue to pay off because he's so humble, and he's a hard-working guy.
Just talking about that punt block, sort of take me through the X's and O's of that play. How did that work? And was it, specifically drawn up, for Dan to be the guy that, made the play?
Yeah, well, it was specifically drawn up for our position, and it's just a certain way that our special team coordinator drew it up. They felt like the blitz could work throughout the week. We have been working this since Monday, and it came through in the clutch. It worked pretty well, and I seen those guys do that constantly. Like I said, I seen it happen about probably 50 times before we were able to do it, and to see them go out there and execute, it was amazing. And then once I figured out it was Dan, I just went even more crazy.
I was gonna say, so it was specifically designed for Dan to be the guy that broke through.
Yeah. Because he comes second level blitzer and things like that. It was specifically designed for him to make the play. He did.
Did you come up on Bigsby at all last year? And what makes him different as a running back? I know you play a lot of great backs every week, but Tank looks like a guy that could be special. Maybe.
Yeah. He's a very special player. I know he put my high school out, Hateville Charter, the year after I left out of the playoffs, basically by himself. He does a very good job running the ball and things like that. I think I had probably one tackle on him last year and things like that, but I didn't really get to see him too much. But like I said, we all know he's a great player. He can run the ball very good, very special player, and he's another one of those guys that we're going to have to hone in on if we want to win this game.